go.
Go.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy
Mm.
Jay from Chillen with the Jays podcast. Here you are again, Don
Yes.
Provolone. I'm a little
Yes.
sick, but I'm still here. Fuck y'all, but I appreciate y'all listening at the same time. So it's like a love-hate relationship type of scenario right here. And we're gonna be getting into like just a kind of relaxed scenario, and
Yep.
just chill. You're actually gonna be chilling with your hombres, chilling with your Jays, the fucking luchadors, whatever you want to call them.
The Luchador brothers.
I don't think they got a luchador outfit that fits your big ass though. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it now and introduce the big guy here. Here we
Yeah.
are.
Not enough fabric for the mask that covers this big ass head. I got a big ass head. Let's be real. And it's gonna be a big strong shout out because we finally actually got what may potentially be some dope ass video recording software. A big shout out to Zoom. Unless it doesn't work, and then it's going to be a negative shout out to Zoom. Fucking us up.
Might get a follow-up episode next week with a negative shout out.
With a negative shout out. Look out for the sound clip where we're like, fuck this software.
Yeah.
Or the sound clip that says, yo, that shit worked.
Yeah, boosting adrenaline.
Yeah, exactly. Boostella, put it in your cup, drink it up, shut the fuck up while you're at it too.
Oh, bars.
Bars, bro.
Help me.
You don't sound a little bit sick. You sound a lot of bit sick, homie.
Yeah, definitely not myself right now. I'm gonna admit it, man. Just the slay the elephant in the room, man. What's been going on for the past 10 days? I would say now 9 days.
Ooh, talk to us.
Every fucking night, man, waking up in the middle of the night with a headache that you would rather kill yourself than keep feeling it.
Jesus Christ.
And that is, I'm not even playing either. And it's not like it builds up and then I get it. You feel me?
It just
like my body is being woken up to that. That's why I'm waking up. And it's happening at 3-4 in the morning.
Oh, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Then, I get up at like 6. So, imagine 3-4 in the morning, right? And then boom. You finally get it to go away. You feel like you want to kill yourself. You're thinking about just waking your girl up just to punch her in the face, like because you're so mad. You feel like taking the kid and just choking her ass or something. Like you're pissed off. You don't know what to do. You literally feel like you're about to die, and then it goes away. But then you go to sleep, but then the alarm goes off 45 minutes later.
That's the worst. That is got to be hands down the worst.
Yeah, man, it really is, bro. I'd rather have like crazy stomach pain or just incredible diarrhea or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Incredible diarrhea.
Just explosive. You know what I mean? Just when you're on there, you know what I mean?
Like military support explosion behinds type of shit.
Exactly. Because it literally, man, you can't. It hurts to move your head. It hurts to look around. It hurts.
Bruh.
It can't do anything. It hurts to think.
Yeah. You know what? You know who had similar circumstances and they had to go into surgery was Joelle's mom.
For real?
Yeah, I think she was in her late 30s, early 40s at that time.
Yep.
But she started feeling like mad levels of like discomfort and like crazy headaches where she couldn't go to bed. And they ended up finding out that she had like a pinched nerve. I think it was that she had like a pinched nerve around her vertebrae type of thing. I don't know if it's a pinched nerve because I think a pinched nerve would cause even more pain throughout the day. But like it would be these like something was inflamed somewhere close to her vertebrae around the neck region. So she had to get like surgery for that. So I don't know, my man. You might want to at least get like a CT scan or a scan. Get some infrared rays or some nuclear. What is it?
Yeah, CT scan.
Yeah, get that into. Let's see what's going on with the back of your head, bro. Because that, my man, don't sound good.
It ain't
whatsoever.
Good. I wouldn't wish this on nobody, man. For real. It's insane, bro. Like I haven't really slept in the last couple of days. I've been awake.
Yeah.
I've been awake. Just because every time I go to sleep, man, I wake up to a migraine. You know what I mean? And it's always like 2-3 hours into going to sleep. So it's not like, okay, at least I got like a good 6-7 before this shit popped off. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm gonna go in and until tomorrow. I got my, going to my primary, and you can't just go get a CT scan. Of course, it ain't set up like that. Unless you go to the hospital, when in the middle of this, it'd be like, hey, I'm fucking dying. You're gonna help me out, Or it's not that aspect. You have to go to your fucking primary. They got to write you a slip.
The
Go.
slit.
Then you got to wait a couple days because you can't get in there right away because they make you schedule it out, and then you go to it, get the results. Then you got to get a follow-up appointment typically. You know what I mean? So it's just mad fucking drama. But yeah, I'm at the point where like I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. It's either I go to the doctor tomorrow, or I'm walking my ass into the hospital and be like, yo, scan my fucking head. You know?
Yo, do the John Q.
That's what I'm about to do.
Yeah, just go up in there and be like, if I don't get this to save my life or the life of my son, aka the back of my head, I'm gonna fuck everybody up. And I don't want to do this. That's the craziest type of way to fuck somebody up, when you don't want to fuck them up.
Yeah, but you
gotta fuck them up real quick.
Yeah,
that's some like true to heart whoopings.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, how has that affected your gameplay?
I can tell you right now, it hasn't fucked the pipe game. I'll tell you that. The pipe game is still working, you know, because that's last night. I'm having one 3 o'clock in the morning, right? My head's hurting so fucking bad. I don't even care about putting clothes on because I sleep butt ass. I don't give a damn if that's too much information. It is what it is. I sleep butt ass because I get hot. I'm one of those motherfuckers that be getting hot at night, right?
Gotcha. Oh, hell
sleep
yeah.
butt neck. I'm downstairs because you've been in my crib. I'm walking around the downstairs 3 a.m. with the dog following me with his head up my ass, like sniffing. You know what I mean? Walking around hard dick. Just the dick hard with a migraine. You know what I mean? Look like I just had a bad Viagra experience. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what it sounds.
Side effect. My God, it's hard.
You know they're gonna ask you those questions too. Like, have you taken any penile supplements?
Yeah, I actually been snoring Viagra for 4 days now. It didn't hurt me before. I don't know what's going on.
I think it's something else.
It had to be the multivitamin I tried this morning. It went down wrong, that motherfucker.
I've been taking higher dosages of fish oil. This might be what's popping off. Sir, you sure you don't think it's the snorting of Viagra that might be doing this? Nah, I've been doing this for 3 years.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a minute. All that shit kind of bothers you when it goes in, but it really gets you pumped, you know. But it's affected my gameplay because when I'm playing, because the bright lights. You feel me?
Ooh, so it's all around.
Yeah, man, it's no good, man. It's got me worried. I'm not the type of guy that likes to run to the hospital because
for sure.
Most of the time, unless something's like dramatically wrong with you, like you literally about to die or you broke a bone or something along these lines, they're not going to help you immediately. Yeah, it's always like a due process, and no matter what I've ever felt in my life, like physically at any point in my life, I've never went to the hospital and they're like, okay, this is wrong with you. I knew it. You know, we found this. We found it. It's always like, oh, there's nothing wrong. No, I have no idea why you're feeling this way. And I'm like, well, if you don't fucking know, who's going to know then? Can you tell me who's going to know?
They always like to do the refer game. Let me refer you to Dr. Wanastursky.
Yeah.
And he might know what's going on with you.
Yeah. Okay. But in the meantime, I got to deal with it, whatever's going on. I got to schedule an appointment out for a month later. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And no real medication is going to help because they don't know what's wrong. So they're not just going to throw something at you because they don't know what's wrong.
Exactly. Which is it's a smart move. Ain't nobody trying to get that drama in their lives, like wrong medication, wrong doses.
No, man, no. Because that shit will kill you too. You know what I mean? If you don't know what you're taking really. And then if you take it, your body happens to have an allergic reaction to whatever chemical makeup's in the prescription pill, you're going to fucking dead, especially with the opiates, which is a serious crisis in the United States and Canada.
Dude, that opiate crisis is nuts, man.
It's serious, man. It really is. I never witnessed it, man, until about 3 weeks ago. I went to my doctor because every like 2 or 3 months I go get a general blood workup just to make sure I'm pumping. The Ferrari is pumping it like it needs to. Getting the oil check.
Yep.
And there's this dude in there, like he's, yo, I'm from Kansas. Telling the receptionist, he's like, man, I'm from Kansas. I'm just, I got this pain in my side. You think the doctor will let me see him without insurance and maybe give me a couple pills? And then he asking me in the waiting room at this, hey, dude,
Jesus.
Hey man, you think this doctor, he's kind of cool? Like he'll just, give me a couple of hydros or.
Wow.
And I'm like, this is it. This is what they're talking about.
That's exactly. That is quite the third person experience towards that shit. That's a crazy way.
And he was about to drop $150 just to see the doctor in hopes to get a couple of pills, you know,
to get that prescription and shit.
so you already know it's some type of situation, some type of drug addict type of behavior, you know. You got to pay $150 to just kind of explain your way into some drugs, you know. That's what he was trying to do.
Your way into some drugs.
Just do me a fucking solid, man. All right, just give me a couple of pills. You got the pad. You know?
Write your name right there.
Yeah, just sign it and I'll put it there. All right. Jesus Christ.
Fucking hydrocodones.
So those shits make me constipated, bro. So I don't understand how people take them shits like leisurely. You feel me?
Bro.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
Even Advil be fucking me up with like with hard stool if you want to go that route.
It blocks you up, man. It literally does, man. I remember I had that operation. I took that shit. I took Percocets.
Mm-hmm.
I had to take a shit for like 3 days. You know what I mean? I was backed up. You know what I mean? But like you feel like you got to. So it's not like, oh, your body just says, you know, never mind. You don't got to do that right now.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you got to. And you go to the toilet. And you're sitting there and you're just like, try to sit. Ain't nothing's happening. Just crazy fucking Tokyo noises.
Just a man alone on the toilet screaming.
Naked too. For some reason every time I'm in pain, having issues, I'm always naked when it happens. Yeah, you know?
Yo, there's something about shutting off the clothes to deal with your physical issues. That, like it has to happen. Like, I don't know. Super constipated and you got an egg. I'm not doing it with clothes on. Like the socks are coming off.
Yeah, the shirt is coming off. Everything. You know, you got maybe one low cut ankle sock on, black on one foot.
And you're swearing up and down that's what's fucking up your nanks.
Yeah.
Like, get off me. Get that shit off me.
Fucking shit.
I think the worst is like when you are on the toilet and you are experiencing that type of fucking drama. Yeah. How sometimes you curl over and you have like that stress look. Your head's in your hands and your elbows on the knees. Like, why am I here?
Yeah, like why did this happen to me?
Yo, there's somebody who says they love me. Are they gonna love me after this?
Yeah, when I'm back to fuck up all the time.
I think 50 should have included that in that 20 questions song. Yeah. Girl, would you love me if I was nanking? Mm-hmm. Or if I was stopped up?
My shit was blocked up.
Constipated.
Nice remix about.
Yeah, right. That is a good remix.
That one.
Catch that one on Spotify, iTunes. You can
coming to you soon. Banger.
Yep.
Straight up and down the Bangers tour, whatever the fuck that shit was called. But yo, yes, it's fucked up, man. Yeah, so man. Bottom line is tomorrow. Yes. I'm not letting it go any farther than tomorrow at this point. Like I let it rock the whole week. You know, tomorrow enough's enough. I'll call out of work if I got to. You know what I mean? Because of the job ain't gonna care if I have a fucking brain hemorrhage or something like that. You know, they ain't gonna give a fuck. They'll replace me. They don't care. So I'll call out of work. I'll do whatever I got to do. You know, because if you don't have your health, you ain't got shit. If you ain't able bodied, you don't have your job. You don't got your car. You don't got your money in your pocket. You feel me? You don't got your happiness. So you got to look out for number one.
Yep, you know? That's the truth. Your health, man. So hopefully, it's nothing as nuts as Joel's mom had to go through.
I hope not, man. You know, I've suffered from these type of. This is the most serious and most worried I've ever been about it. But I've been getting this shit since back in the Ridge, bro.
Oh man,
that's literally back in the Ridge. But now it's a different ball game because it's fucking on my sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And the fact that like you're because you got to think that the body knows exactly what it needs. So when it goes to bed, it knows it needs rest. That's why it sleeps. And for it to react to like a pain or an outside sort of force like that of that nature, that's pretty intense. That's definitely something that requires a little checking up. You ever thought, and shout out to the Joe Rogan way of thought processes, marijuana? Have you tried fucking smoking a little bit of the cheap?
I haven't tried to because I don't know where to get actual weed. To be honest with you.
That's right. Florida's still on that difficult.
They have some. I've seen some dispensaries open up because it is medically approved here.
Okay.
I've seen some dispensaries. So if I really, really wanted to go hard on it, I'm pretty sure eventually I could. You know what I mean? But
you probably should like explore that route because I think at this point, if you do like get your medical card, if there's a doctor for that, it seems like you fit the description for like someone that they would legitimately hook that up with.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm down
I'm
with
down.
that. I'm down with that because we was joking about the constipation and the pills, but like the truth is, man, that's a weird sort of thing to put in your body, like that type of medication, just to like ease shit down. Let's put aside the ability to abuse it because that's out there. Just the fact of using it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah. I don't
I
want
don't
to. I
like
don't want to do it.
medication,
I don't
bro.
want to do it. I
Yeah,
don't want to
yeah.
do it, man. If I have to take right now, I jumped on these pills that basically they're for intense migraines.
Uh-huh.
Like, basically, it's not an opiate. It's designed differently. It's pretty.
Mhm.
You know what it is. It's pretty
What's
much
that?
just prescription strength Excedrin. It's just Excedrin on
Just
some very potent level.
on some like just higher dosage
Exactly.
per
So
pill.
I don't fuck with opiates and things like that.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
see
even
the
know that.
point of it. All they do is fuck you up internally. I got an uncle right now he developed crazy diseases because of he was addicted to opiates.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Now he's got Crohn's disease, diverticulitis.
Good
The
Lord.
motherfucker, like his speech is all fucking slurred and shit now.
Ooh,
Because he was
damn.
killing it. He was killing it.
Jesus Christ.
And so nah, man, fuck that shit. So, but regardless, before we get off this topic, tomorrow's the day. I'm not
Tomorrow's the
let
day.
if I don't go to the hospital, I'm gonna go to my primary. And they sell some type of medications that help kind of prevent the migraine from happening. So I'll jump on those up until I figure out what's popping. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure.
Because something needs to be done. I
Yeah. Well, it sounds like
I can't go any longer than this. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Hell no. So the message is, got any fucking problems out there? I don't care if you're young, old, woman, man,
Mm-hmm.
transgender, whatever you want to fucking call yourself. You
Mm-hmm.
just go to the goddamn doctor.
Protect your neck.
We're not superhuman. You feel me? We're not gonna last forever. We have an expiration date, and sometimes it's a lot sooner than we think it's gonna be. So if you're feeling some weird shit and you know it's not what you are normally feeling,
Yep.
and it's some out of like weird shit popping off, then go to the fucking doctor, because the 99% of the shit that be going on with people, what happens to people in the world right now, medically, is because they wait too long.
That's what it is.
They ignore it. They chalk it up to, oh, my body's gonna heal it, or it's kind of dying down.
Yeah, that
You know
type
what I
of
mean? That type of behavior, and that's the type you go to the hospital and hey, I'm sorry, Mister, whatever the fuck, you have stage 4 cancer because you waited too long to get checked out and it developed into it. You feel me?
I gotta get my fucking prostate checked. I'm a 35-year-old man and I have yet to do that shit.
Well, man, technically you don't got to do that shit till 40, but hey, man,
They said you should do about like 30, 35 just to get it like early, like that.
I had it checked like 6 times already. I feel you.
Just all up in that. Just
dig it up my ass.
yeah, I mean, like, yo, your prostate is okay, bro.
Yes,
right.
just chill out. Just chill out. I had this doctor, man. Dr. Woods was his name. I was like at my first prostate exam, man. I know this is like an epic moment for a lot of men. You know what I mean?
Sounds like it.
Big deal, you know what I mean? Got this, especially when it's another man trying to jam their finger up your ass. Let's keep it real. That's exactly what it is. He's like, hey, man, we got to do it. I'm like, what? Why? I'm here for my ball exam because I got, I have this thing called a varicocele on my ball. Pretty much just like little access veins in there.
Mm-hmm.
I like to get checked out here and there. I like to, it's called, being proactive.
Yeah, yeah.
On a Ferrari.
Maintenance on the
Ferrari. That's fucking just really piping. The pistons are pumping. So, and you got to make your balls is where all your power come from. That's pretty much the only difference between us and women is our ball sack,
Saccaroni.
So you got to get that shit checked out. So I was getting checked out and he's like, hey man, part of the general routine is we got to give you a prostate exam. You're a man, you're at you're getting man stuff checked and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, no, you're not sticking your finger up my ass, man. That's what I said to him straight up. All due respect. I know you got degrees and stuff hanging up here, but you're not shoving your finger up my ass. It ain't going down. I'm going to fight you in here. I don't give a
I like how at this point the end of the story is that he does put his finger in your butt.
That's the thing. That's
like after all that aggression
about it. Because he told me, he's like, all right, man, I appreciate where you're coming from, but I don't have to treat you. I have plenty of patience. I do not need your money. He kept it real, you know what I mean? So if you don't want to go with what my full exam is, that's perfectly fine. There's plenty of other doctors in the area, but this is what I do.
Yeah. He kind of told you to go fly a kite.
Yeah, he did. He said, take your fucking tough guy bullshit and get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? I'm sticking my finger up your ass or not, or you can get out. Pretty much what he said. And he's like, hey, I've been doing this for 35 years. I've been doing this longer than you've been alive. So
Which is a powerful statement.
A very powerful
Especially
statement.
at the medical level. I've been doing this medical shit.
Yeah, and he kind of went into some racial shit for a second too.
Oh God.
This dude said, I don't know how. He was like, are you Dominican? I'm like, no, me? No. Not even remotely. Not even work from home type shit. No, I'm not. And he's like, well, I did a lot of urologist work for 4 years in Santo Domingo, right?
Got you.
And he's like, a lot of the Dominicans were pussies when it came to this too. So you remind me of them.
Got you. Yo, but dude, Latino countries, bro, they about like that not gay life.
Yeah, a lot of especially a lot of African countries and a lot of Latin countries. They ain't about. Of course, there's a lot of African and Latin gay people, tons. But like for the most majority, there's like a stay away from my ass, type of mentality among everybody. You know what I mean?
Yep, it's true. It's true.
But yeah. A long story short, he went up in there.
Yep.
He went up in there, and it was awkward. It definitely was. It wasn't painful.
Okay, that was a question. Like
it wasn't pain. The more the situation, what you're really worried about is the psychic part, the actual in your brain that there is a person shoving their finger on my ass right now.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to remember, this dude does this all the fucking time, and it's not some type of pleasure behind it.
Yeah.
And he's only in there for like a couple of seconds. He literally sticks his finger up there.
Mm-hmm.
And he taps on your prostate. What he's doing is checking to see if it's hard or soft or if it's swollen.
Ah, gotcha.
That's all he's doing. Basically, if it's soft and big, you got a problem. If it's small and regular, like regular firmness or whatever the fuck, then you're fine.
Want to take this time to shout out memory foam mattresses?
Yeah, I want to take this time to shout out Dick Prince and Roadmap Cock on the memory foam.
Exactly. Map out your lifestyle.
Yeah, definitely. Mattress Barn, Maitland, Florida, or whatever the fuck.
Yo, you ever woke up with a random thought?
Yeah, every
like
day.
Just woke up to like no reason to be thinking this thing ever.
Of course.
And
of course, this morning I woke up. I was like, I fucking hate cats. You know what I mean? Fuck them. Fuck all of them, for real.
That's such a it's always a dumb thing too. I woke up to thinking about Maitland, Florida.
And that's a whack ass place to be thinking about, as you know and remember.
Yeah.
You know,
Maitland, Florida. I woke up to just like Maitland, Florida. What the fuck am I thinking about? Yo,
picking Jay up in the Gallant in 06.
In 06.
Playing some T-Pain. Trying to get bitches to buy you a drink. And it didn't work, though.
Good old T-Pain. I missed, you know what? I don't miss Auto-Tune, but I do miss T-Pain.
T-Pain killed it. He killed it.
Oh, my Lord.
He took Florida by storm. Remember that?
Yo, yeah.
06 to 08, this motherfucker was Jesus down here, you know?
Yeah, bro, on everything. But everything popped, too. Like, one of them songs would come in the club, and it's like, you couldn't hate on it. Like, it was just like, let's get into the jam, yo.
Yeah, this guy's fucking, what can you do? This guy's killing it. You know?
I know, man. Music has definitely, like, made its changes throughout the time periods. It's crazy. Thinking back, like it's a lot of changes, a lot of good shit, a lot of bad shit.
But at the same time, no.
But
I'm devil's advocate on that one. I'm gonna be Al Pacino on that one. No, it hasn't, because you know what's funny? Jody, you know Jody. She's about 20 years younger than me.
Yep.
So she's obviously gonna be coming up in a sort of I guess a different generation, but at the same time, It's like the same, because it's all about phones and technology. You know what I mean? And being independent. So it's kind of like the same. So I don't know what the generation behind me is going to be, or us rather.
Yeah.
You know, because they're doing the same thing as we do. The life is the same. You know what's crazy about how the same it is? They're watching the same TV shows me and you did.
Yeah.
Literally the same TV shows. You know what I mean? They're listening to the same music.
Shout out DMX in the club still.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess you're right. I mean, things have changed, but a lot of things ain't. The idea of, and did you hear that they about to reboot Martin?
Yeah, they're rebooting Martin.
They're
rebooting Roseanne. They're rebooting I forgot, like another iconic show. They're doing a Friends movie.
Lord, it's going down.
I guess it's going down, yo. Let me take this time. This is kind of fucked up. I didn't take this time, man. Let's get a little serious. Speaking of hospitals and things like that, and making sure you take care of your fucking self. My grandfather is about to die.
Oh fuck.
Yes, he
His
is.
grandfather on your father's side or your mother's side?
This is pretty much my mother's stepfather.
Got you.
My mother's real father bounced. He had a bunch of kids and stuck around like a little bit and then bounced back to Puerto Rico, and then never was seen again. He pulled a power move pretty much. He
Yeah.
had about 5 kids and bounced. Said,
Sounds
"Take
like
care of him. Check you later." I
that's
don't. All of a sudden, I don't know English. You know what I mean? That's what happened on that one. I forgot. Something subtly came up with my English. I gotta go fly this fucking Puerto Rico kite, and I gotta fuck off. You know. And all of a sudden,
something's wrong with my English.
Yeah, all of a sudden, wrong with my English. I'm not feeling this anymore. You know what I mean? There's too many damn kids. All right, 1 or 2 was fine, but shit,
That
and
moment
when we found out, though, the dude had a whole nother family the whole time, and he had to go back.
That's a wild situation. That's crazy. I want to talk to somebody who's dealt with that.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit, man. I don't know, man. I don't know how it goes, but long story short, my brother's dad who stuck around, the stepfather stuck around.
Power.
He's like 98 now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, come on, dude.
He was like shoveling snow, right? 98 years old, slipped, hurt his back, right? He's like, oh shit, but he got up though, like nothing. You know what I mean? Because this dude he was still working a job until last year. He was still riding his bicycle to his job from Bloomfield to New Britain.
No fucking way.
At 98 years old, yo.
Bloomfield
97
to
actually
New
at the time.
Britain?
New Britain. He did it. He was doing it for like a good 15 years.
That's nuts.
I guess he worked at like an auto shop that the dude that owned the auto shop, they fought in the same battalion in World War II.
Yo.
So long story short, the dude hurts himself, right? He's like, I'm all right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna go in the house. But he's like, he just feeling like kind of pains and shit. And my uncle at the time was there with him and was like, hey, you don't look so good. Let me just go ahead and take you to the hospital. And he was like, nah, fuck that. That's that gay shit. Mm-hmm. But then like he went anyway. And then as they were checking his back out, they noticed that he had cancer signs. Come to find out, this dude has had stage 4 bone cancer for like the last year.
Ooh, damn.
And there is no stage 5. And once you hit stage 4, if anybody doesn't know cancer stages and things like that, and I'm definitely shout out to people that are going through it, and definitely sorry.
Absolutely,
that you have to go through it for sure.
Absolutely.
But basically, once you hit stage 4, there's no revert. There's no back. You're done. That's it. Like the final level. And the treatment is not even going to work for you. Damn. So the available treatment, which is radiation and chemo, which is the shit that's going to kill you anyway. The treatment is a poison that hopefully you kind of retaliate, you kind of bounce back from.
Yeah.
But most people that jump on chemo and radiation, they end up just kill me, let me die. That's, you know what I mean? It's too much. Like I'd rather have cancer until the moment I die versus get chemo.
Well, that's crazy because I had a cousin who, shout out to her. She was more like an aunt, and she passed away. I want to say 3 years ago now. Rest in peace, Titi Sonia. And the crazy part was that she was going through that chemotherapy for what she was dealing with at the time, and I didn't notice. And to all my family who hears this, I'm sorry if this is too much information, but I think she had like HIV or AIDS. And so her immune system was mad weak. So the moment that the radiation hit, it like created this sort of like maelstrom of just negativity in her body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of very basic way of saying it, but accurate. And dude, ultimately, her body couldn't accept chemotherapy whatsoever because of that. Like you're putting in a poison to battle a bigger poison, the lesser of two evils, I suppose.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's fucked up, man.
That's fucked up.
In this day and age, it's fucked up that it's even still an option.
I know, man.
You would think they eradicated that shit, but at the same time, they're not gonna do it because they don't. They make a lot of money off of cancer.
They do make a lot of money.
The government makes billions of money off of cancer and treatment and shit like that. So basically, they give you this poison that we are so weak to that they just hope you respond to it, and if you don't, then you're dead. Bye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because how many people you hear die from cancer all the time? You know what I mean? It's just like the most. I would think that's like the most heart failure and like cancer dying is like the most common deaths.
Yeah.
You know, among humans.
Not to mention, it's like cancer isn't. It's like multiple types of cancer. Breast
You can
cancer,
get cancer everywhere in your
esophagus.
body, man. And the only cancer I ever heard is like dick, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, give it like long enough to develop in your body. I'm pretty sure it would go there too.
Cancer the dick, and then we're all screwed.
Yeah, we're all fucked up, man. You know, so shout out to that. But he lived a full life.
I know, 98.
98, man, and he was in the World War II. He was a Buffalo soldier,
which is a powerful thing. Like,
very powerful, man.
That's crazy.
They should write a movie off for this motherfucker, man.
Yeah,
he did it all, man. Everything he did, you know, you can accomplish in life. He did it. So I'm not saying that it's okay that he has cancer, but at least he wasn't taken out early. By it, you feel me?
Or taken out early in the war. You know, so many points in time where it could have been. You know what? That's the last chapter of your book, sir.
Yeah. Nope. And if anybody doesn't know what a Buffalo soldier is, you should know. You know what I mean? It's basically anybody that was a minority, they put them in these private groups that were separate from the actual main army because they didn't believe that they were on the same level as the white soldiers. So they put them in their own brigades and own battalions and things like that, and made them go fight in areas where they didn't want to send the white people in first. They didn't want to waste white lives, I guess they would say, and they sent them in.
Yeah. And it was more often than not, it was areas where it's like the person, like, this is like a crazy push, mad people are gonna die.
Of course, mad people. Let's let them die first. And my his camp, like where he was staying at over there, they purposely put their camp behind enemy lines.
That's off the chain
because they wanted to use them as bait, basically. You know what I mean? See where they were gonna come from to kill them, so they would find them. You know,
got you. Like, use them as the bait. Be like, all right,
I know they're all dead, but fuck them. But now let's follow them. You know?
Yeah.
That's what that was their mentality. But shout out to him, man. And
war.
I hope we all get to see him before it happens. You feel me? At least.
Yeah, you're planning on going up to CT in April, right?
Yeah, I'll be end of April.
End of April.
I'll be up there, man.
Well, I hope you get there in time, homie. I know there's
Me too, man.
a couple of the folk up there that are getting close to that point in their their lives, you know.
Everybody is pretty much at this point, man. They're beyond the expectancy. Yeah. All of them. You know what I mean? So I would like to get up at there, you know, at least once, and then just check, you know, tell everybody I'll see him on the other side.
Yeah.
You know? So, you know, shout out to Russell Crowe.
Shout out to Russell Crowe. You know, not to bring up sadness and seeing him on the other side, but R.I.P. Blade, I believe it's
Blade the dog, man.
Blade, the motherfucking strong neck, big headed dog.
Champione, man. And if anybody knows who Blade is, you should know. You know, and he was a dog I picked out of a litter of my very first serious relationship's mother. I picked him out of the course when he was the size of my hand. Raised him from a pup all the way up until he was about 11, and he died about a year ago. He had a massive stroke or a massive seizure. They couldn't tell exactly which. And it's not like they really give a fuck because he was a dog and he was a pit bull, so they didn't really want to go too hard on on finding out. They were like, you know, he's fucked up. You know,
he's suffering.
It's up to you. Do you want to kill him or no? You know, and it was kind of crazy about that shit is like that was like the first thing they came up with. Saving him wasn't the first option. It was do you want to put him down or not? You know?
Yeah.
And that shit hurt, bro. That shit. I think about that dog every day, man. He's like a piece of me, bro. Like my heart hurts, broken, bro. And take care of your animals. That's all I can tell you, man.
That's damn right.
Take care of your animals.
But yeah, we ended up finding out because Rabbit limps a lot now. And we're waiting for x-rays to come back. I think what they said was that she has a form of arthritis. That's
how old is she?
In her joints. She's about to be 3 years old. So she's hitting that, I guess, that 21 years old and human age type of shit. And there's something else with her paw, but it all has everything to do with like arthritis and another thing. We ended up buying her like vitamins and stuff. Which shout out to people who definitely take care of their dogs more than they take care of themselves.
Yeah.
You know,
they are a lot more vulnerable. I
That's
gotta
true.
admit, shorter lives, vulnerable, and it's not their fault. That's the thing too.
It's not their
Feel me?
fault.
It's not their fault, man. And you know what's crazy about dogs? You know, people that kind of abuse their dogs or kind of take them for granted or anything like that, or just kind of ignore them. Like they're there. It's I'll play with you, but fuck out. Like remember, you a dog? Fuck you. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here
Yeah,
or whatever.
fuck outta
Hey, rabbit, you a dog? Fuck you. Fuck out of here or whatever. You know, type of shit. Basically, they have this very, very short life, man, right? Very, very,
Yeah.
very short life, right? And they could die anything, and it doesn't matter. But I had a friend whose dog was outside barking, and it died. It had a brain aneurysm or some shit, just died.
Just
You know,
died, yo.
very short life, and the thing is, they have no choice but to kind of chill, share it with you. But then they develop this undevoted, dying connection with you, where all they want to do is be up your fucking ass, sucking bone marrow. You know. And it's like not their fault, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's just what it is.
You're their life, so take care of them. That's all I can say.
You about to catch that movie Alpha?
Alpha?
Yeah, it's
yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
Definitely, man. Definitely, bro. I seen that movie fucking A Dog's Purpose.
Oh, man.
Oh, bro. Bro. I was up in there like, nah, you ain't crying. Fuck that. You know, boost my adrenaline.
These ain't tears. This is just water.
Yo, somebody find me a barbell and a beer. You know what I mean? It's not going down like that, my friend. You know?
Yo, I haven't seen it yet. There's so much controversy around that movie too, because how they were treating the dogs on set. That was like when we first got Rabbit too. That we didn't end up seeing it because being in Hollywood, you got that feeling like, oh, these movies you can't be treating them like that, so let's not watch it. But I'm pretty sure that aside, it was mad emotional. You know, a movie that really got me emotional as far as animals go, and that's around the time that I didn't have an animal, was what is it? Something in Me, Marley and Me.
Marley and Me, yeah, it came out like 10 years ago?
Something like that, yeah. That one right there. That
shit right in the fucking corner, song breaking.
Like, the heart's chord right there.
That's what they do, man. These dogs, they come into our lives, man, and they just fucking take over emotions and shit. Like, you don't really feel it until something happens. You know what I mean? You really because they're kind of part of your life, your everyday routine, kind of like your job. You don't give a fuck about your job really until you don't have it. You know what I mean? Until you're looking for another one, or you're applying for unemployment. You know what I mean? That's when you're like, damn, man, I wish I didn't do that.
Right.
To grab their behind at work. You know what I mean? Well, you're right. That wasn't smart. You know?
Damn.
You know what I mean?
But mad true. You don't know what you got until it's gone.
It is really true, man. But I know we got to get out of here soon because we're testing out that software. But we got to give a shout out to the big guy because tomorrow you're going to a premiere.
Oh yeah. Let's kind of.
We got to dip into that, but lighten the mood for a second. This
I know.
We asked Jays for a sec there.
I know, bro. We took him back to episode 1 when we was talking about people dying, the celebrities of 2016. That was just nuts.
No, it can't always be fucking, sunshine and Skittles.
No, that's true. I don't even like Skittles. So yeah, man. Tomorrow, definitely for my part in working on Black Panther, we got invited to a screening tomorrow, so I'm definitely excited to see that movie, man.
Hell yeah!
I've heard. I was reading an article. Rather, fuck it. I read the headline. I kept it basic, and the headline was like, "Black Panther is like an epic Shakespearean, like a Shakespearean epic." And I'm like,
I've actually read that too.
Right, which is
along those lines. Like, because obviously the only people that really seen this movie right now are like critics, other celebrities, maybe. Things like this, these movie guilds, things like that.
Guilds.
And I read one racist comment, but anything else was like positive. Like as far as the movie goes,
there's fucking assholes out there. That's
the only thing. It was highlighted, but other than as far as movie quality goes, nobody really had a negative thing to say, bro. And
that's powerful.
No matter what Marvel movie came out, they always had something to say about it. You know what I mean? Even Thor was like. Suppose at the time when Thor came out last year, they were like, "Hey, this is the greatest Marvel movie of all time."
That's right. They did say
they said that about Thor last year, but I thought it was, and a lot of people thought it was the same. It was too much jokes.
Yeah, they love jokes.
It was way too much jokes. Whatever writers they came in and was just like smoking mad weed, or they were doing edible macaroons on that, and just then this will be funny. This,
Edible macaroons.
yeah, this will be hilarious. But yo, shout out to you, bro. That's
Thanks,
so
man.
fucking banging, yo.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be dope. I'm definitely proud of that. And while I'm now in super duper crunch time for another Marvel movie,
Yeah.
the Avengers Infinity War, which fucking balls. They the job spoiled the ending for me.
They showed you the ending of the movie.
Yeah, because we're doing like a certain type of work for it. Saw the ending. Not gonna say anything at all because that definitely is breaching of the
I
end.
wouldn't
I
even.
kind of feel like
I want to see it.
yeah. I mean, watch it. It's I get the feeling that even if I'm in the movie watching it, it's still gonna have its impact.
Of course.
But yeah, I was just like, oh sugar, this is some bullshit. What cracked me up is that they call me into a meeting where they're like, we might need your skill set for this. And at the end of the meeting, after all the spoilers happen, they're like, oh, we don't need your skill set for this.
Fuck.
I was like, you didn't have to bring me in. The fuck? But good times though. But we're hitting crunch time.
Tough.
I want to give a shout out to all of us working on that movie. I know we're definitely hitting that time as anybody who hits crunch time. So shout out to us for tomorrow.
Yo, can you say what exactly you're working on in the movie, or is that the NDA?
No,
you can't.
no. I
You just can
definitely
say
can't
that you're working on the movie.
I can say I'm working on the movie.
You can't say what you're doing.
Hell no. Well, because
Gotcha.
if I said what I was working on, that's just like all kinds of spoil. Yeah, no. That's
Gotcha.
too much red tape, bro.
Are you doing a character or like like a piece of the world? You could say that, I'm assuming.
It's definitely a number of sequences that deal with characters, and definitely a couple of environments.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's sort of vague, but just saying the environments themselves would just.
So you're not just doing one guy.
No.
Yeah.
Nah, and more often than not, you don't just do one guy. You do a sequence that involves, a couple of characters. But
you did Black Panther, and it's done. You can say what you worked on that, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I can.
So I can shout it out when I go see the movie this week.
Sure. Like, so there's a point in time where, basically a portion of Wakanda.
Okay.
And if for those, and I guess I could speak about Wakanda because that's in the comics, and that's out. And Wakanda is basically
everybody knows what that is.
Yeah, that's the country in Africa that the Black Panther rules over.
Gotcha.
And the Black Panther has a main fortress, a main base, and basically I worked on getting that sort of visualized in the 3D environment. Like, let's get an idea of what this world looks like. So that once we start getting in cameras, and once we start putting in characters, and once we start figuring out the sequence, we can do it in a efficient and a very what's the word that I'm looking for? Efficient and in a manner that makes sense, consistent. Gotcha. That it's consistent.
Yeah.
So there isn't any you're looking at one guy talking, and you see the background, and then they turn back to the other guy he's talking to, and then when they go back to the first character that's talking, the background is all different. You're like, wait, did he just skip somewhere? We got to keep that consistent, which is part of my job. You can easily get lost when you're doing a lot of green screen shooting and all that stuff where everything is made up.
Got you.
So yeah, a big part of Wakanda, basically the exterior of the I definitely could say where how on the side of a mountain there's a big ass panther head?
Yep.
That.
You worked on the panther head.
I worked on the environment surrounding the panther head.
So you didn't do the panther head?
I did not do the panther head. I made sure that where the panther head was made sense for the rest of the sequence.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
10-4.
Yep. It's a fun job, It's a fun job. It's a scary job. Only because so you work in this environment where there's so many artists, and you think about the amount of money they get paid, and that's what producers are thinking about: how much money, how much time, man hours and stuff, and then there's certain things that you kind of need to have happen, where it's like, look, if we want to achieve this look that the client wants, and for it to make sense with what we have, we're going to have to either remove or add this. And basically what you're saying is we're going to need another artist, their time for whatever amount of time it takes. So like your decisions basically impact the money, That's a pretty interesting position to be in.
Gotcha.
Like I have to quadruple check myself before I make those calls, or at
I
least
feel you.
before I make those requests. They're definitely requests.
Well, you're doing big things because it's not like you're doing it for like, you know, because what I do, like so I work with clients as well, but like my work only seen by them.
Yeah,
It's not like they're taking it, oh, this is cool, and then disperse it to the whole fucking world, you know?
sure.
No, so you know, it's got to be like really critiquey and like critical. You know what I mean?
Super
Got to,
critique.
because you know everybody, all the fans out there, even though they work at Family Dollar and Dollar Tree, things like this, they're gonna be looking at it and they're the first ones to complain about it. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
His head doesn't look like that. No, it doesn't. He doesn't have that hairdo. What are they fucking nuts? You know, he does not.
What is he wearing?
T'Challa doesn't have a fade. He does not have a fade.
Yeah, and they're out there. So,
Yeah.
and you know what? Despite the criticism that Marvel or any big studio gets, you know, because it's so quick and easy for you to just point a finger and be like, "You're doing this for the money. You don't care about the quality." No, being in those meetings, they definitely are like on. There's definitely moments where like you present them something and they're basically saying the same thing that person from Family Dollar said. Like, wait,
Of course,
why is that? No, that's not the way it is. It's like looks like that. So
they have to be, you know.
they gotta be.
And let's keep it realistic. You know what I'm saying? You work on Marvel movies all the fucking time, and
All the fucking time.
you know, and those are right now. Those are like the only movies that you could at least pretty much almost guarantee there's gonna be some type of serious quality to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if you're not like a superhero fanatic or things like that, you're gonna at least appreciate that the movie was put together well.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's true.
You know, that's just how Marvel movies are now. You know, they sort of rewind 10 years ago, you could have said something different. They were kind of like a hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? One might have came out that was kind of decent.
Yeah,
another one would have bombed. Like the original Thor was kind of whack. There was missing a lot. The original Wolverine, the origins was fucking nuts. There was crazy CGI missing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Mad green. They could tell like it was just fake, like it was, you know. But then you fast forward to Logan, you're like, yo, I want to put a wife beater on and some Lee jeans, and I want to let people know I'm still here. You know what I mean?
Nothing lets people know that you fucking mean business. Like some Lee jeans, some fucking quality classic denim.
Yeah, to tuck the beater in too, and look a little beat up. But yeah, man, that's what's up. So shout out to that, bro. And I'm glad that I'm fucking so crazy, bro. That's
thank you, bro.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's good times, bro. It's definitely dope. So I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm take whatever pictures I can of the line. You know, obviously I can't bring a recording device into the thing, and I shall not do that.
No,
just to see. At least get like some class pictures of the people that I work with, and so
it's a staff screening. It's not like starring whatever.
Sometimes actors do show up to these things. You know, for the most part, we haven't had like a big actor pop up, but there's been a lot of known faces from like the actor community. Like, you know how certain secondary actors, more often than not, the villains, even though they only share like 15 minutes of screen time, like they've been in movies so many times that you know their face. It's like, oh shit, there comes that guy.
That guy,
about to come out with the kicks.
He about to get beat up.
Yeah, he's about to get some tough
shit. Yeah, get beat up.
You know what? I really want, you know, would be a funny ass segment if we took all the secondary actors that are pretty much a known quantity. Like, you know, it's like I've seen that person in mad movies getting his behind whooped, and rank which movie he got his behind whooped the most.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna put it together.
I already have the actor that I want to talk about first, because this is the actor that I saw. But he, when you see him, you'd be like, "Oh God, that guy's been whooped so much." He's like the mini boss for the main actor. He's like the mini.
Got you. Hey man, at least he's keeping it consistent. And he getting them checks. He getting them checks rolled in. At least they won't be big ass checks. No, but like he got like a steady income job popping.
Yep.
You know,
like you can rely on him to like at least put up an effort.
And
whooped.
Yeah, but you still get beat up at the end of the day.
Like
got it.
Jerk.
It's like when your girl starts swinging at you. Yeah.
That's that shit.
That's that shit. It boosts my adrenaline, man. But we about to get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm gonna play some Monster Hunter. How about you, bro?
Yeah,
you jumping on there with me?
I'm gonna join you for a hunt, man, because it's been once again crunch time has taken my time from
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
So I'll jump on there with you, brother.
Sounds good, man. But everybody, thanks for
Everybody,
listening. I know we got a little morbid there for a second, but hey, that's life. You know,
that's
life is not
life.
all peaches and cream. As much as I want to keep playing that 112, sometimes you got to listen to some rock. You
Yep,
know, and it just,
that's
it is
true.
what it is, man. So appreciate it. Everybody go check us out on all of our platforms. We're
Hmm.
on pretty much everything right now, but definitely check us out on Instagram, iTunes, Twitters, things like that. Chilling with the Jays
Yes.
we will pop up. And bro,
Yeah.
I think we just banged it out.
I think we did too. For all those listeners too, if y'all have any questions for us, please hit us up on the
Yeah,
Twitter,
man.
Instagram, Facebook, and we will address them, talk about it. You know, ain't nothing better than just having a big conversation like a fucking group of people.
Hell yeah, man.
All
So hit
right,
us up anytime. Juan, I'll be checking
sir.
you soon. People, check you later.
Deuces, people.